Today I'm going to be showing you how to make the two-tone cable stitch in a square pattern like this. If you're interested in making this stitch in the round, please check the links in the description because I will have that stitch tutorial listed down there for you. So you can place your cable stitches on top of any set of stitches as long as it's a multiple of 4. So now we're going to begin our cable stitches. So we're going to start with a chain 2, and then we're going to turn our work and grab our next color of yarn. For now, we're going to place our first color to the side, and we're going to yarn over with our next color, and we're going to secure our tail by holding onto it. From here, we're going to skip our first 2 chains as well as our first real single crochet stitch from our previous row. Then we're going to place 1 double crochet in our next 3 stitches. But we want to carry our old color with us, so we're just going to line the working yarn of our previous color up with our stitches and crochet over it like it's part of the stitch. So now we're just going to place 1 double crochet in our following 2 stitches. And on your last double crochet, when it comes to that last yarn over and pull up through, I want you to just switch colors for that. So now from here, working back in our skipped first single crochet with our next color, we're just going to place a double crochet stitch here. But when it comes to pulling that yarn up, we really want to bring it back up to the top of our stitch, and that's what creates this nice band here. And when it comes to your last yarn over and drop 2 loops for this stitch, you're just going to switch colors again. So you've now created your first cable stitch. So for your subsequent cable stitches for this row, I want you to skip the next stitch that you haven't already worked. Then we're going to place 1 double crochet in each of our next 3 stitches while crocheting over our other color to carry it with us. When it comes to the very last double crochet and this last yarn over and drop 2 loops, we're going to switch colors. Then we're just going to work our last double crochet back in this skipped stitch. Make sure that when we yarn over and pull up through, we pull it up to the top of the stitch, yarn over and drop 2 loops, and then switch colors and yarn over and drop our last 2 loops. So now I'm going to show you that process once more. We're going to skip our next stitch and then place 1 double crochet in each of our following 3 stitches. And make sure you carry your other color by crocheting over it. And again, on our last yarn over and pull through, we are going to switch colors. We're going to complete our cable stitch by working in our skipped stitch and placing a double crochet there, really making sure we pull up on that yarn over and pull up through. And then on our last yarn over and drop 2 loops, we're going to switch colors back again. So now we're just going to repeat this process in our very last set of stitches. And we will not be switching colors at the end of our last cable stitch, so you can go ahead and finish out the stitch with your current color and then chain 2 and turn your work. And once you have your chain 2 in place, we're going to switch back to our other color by just simply yarning over with it, and then we're going to crochet over our orange color. So we're going to begin by skipping our first 2 chains and our first real stitch right here, and you can tell because it's in that other color. And then we're going to place 1 double crochet in these next 3 stitches. And one thing I really like about this pattern is you're basically just going to be matching your like colors. So if it was blue in the previous row, it's going to be blue in this row too. On your last yarn over and pull up through, you're going to switch colors just like we've been doing. Then working back in your skipped first stitch, we're going to place our cable stitch. And from here, nothing about our pattern is changed except what we do at the very end of our row. So go ahead and place your cable stitches, matching up your like colors just like we just did. And at the end of your row, if your last stitch is in the wrong color, it's okay. Make sure you switch back to your orange color to finish out your cable stitch. And I have noticed that if I'm going to miss one of these crossovers, it's at the end of the row for some reason. So now at the end of your row, before we chain 2 and turn our work, we are going to crochet around this chain 2 right here. So we're not going to work on top of the stitch, but instead we're going to work right here in this gap, and we're just going to simply place a double crochet around our chain 2. And that just sort of helps clean up the edge of this pattern. From here, we're going to chain 2 and turn our work. And again, we want to switch colors, and we're just going to repeat our process of placing our cable stitches. And when you get to the end of your row, make sure that you haven't switched colors at the end of your last cable stitch. And then we're just going to place our double crochet around our turning chain 2 like this. So that's all you're going to do to place your 2-tone cable stitch. Please let me know in the comments below if you experienced any issues while you were making this, and I will do my best to help you out. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel, Crochet with Julie. Thank you so much for working with me, and I hope you have a wonderful, awesome day.